not only me, there was another student also who did from A1 till C1 and test out in 6 months only.
Oh my God.
So it all depends upon your dedication and everything. Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good actually. Yeah, it has been cloudy weather outside, and but it's very nice here. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Gupta. I hail from Punjab, India, and right now I'm pursuing my master's in mechanical engineering from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology.
Right. So the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology is one of the one of the top institute in Germany. So I'll request you to brief about your profile for your application, like what was your CGPA, what was your German language proficiency, your GPA in the German grading system, what all qualifications you were having in terms of extracurricular activities, so that students would understand what
Yeah.
requirements for having the admit in KIT, right?
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, from for starters, I'll say I'll just begin from my bachelor's. So I completed my bachelor's from Punjab itself, from Punjab Technical University. So I had my this percentage was in my bachelor's was like 80%. So it will convert to around 2.0 for a German GPA. So initially, I was planning on for going for an English taught program, but eventually I had seen many people with having the same exactly my profile, and they were getting rejections for the English taught program. So I decided to switch to German taught only. So actually, at the last semester in my university, there is this program that you have to undergo any internship. So that might be in college, in a industry, or anywhere you want. So I was selected for an internship in Austria in Technical University Graz. So I had this hands-on experience in these different machines and various procedures for the in my internship. And there, one of my mentors, so he suggested me to pursue my master's either in Austria or in Germany. That would be good for me. So they are decided, okay, and he also suggested me whether you want to pursue it in English or German. That would be much helpful to you if you start learning German also. So he pursued me to learn German. So I started with my A1 in Austria only. So although the system of this learning a language in Austria, whether in Austria and Germany, it's a quite bit slow comparing to India. So I completed till B2 in Austria. Then I came back. So I came back, and then I I visited Language Pantheon in Delhi to pursue my further education for the German. So in Language Pantheon, I got to know very new people who were exactly in the same league like I was. To they wanted to get an admission for a master's program. So it took us like 7 months, and we all cleared C1 level of German examination from Goethe. In particularly in this Goethe exam, so the marks don't matter. All that matter is you clear that exam. So we all did, and I always wanted to pursue my master's in a technical university. So there is a big difference between a technical university and a Hochschule. So the difference is after getting admission in technical university, after your master's, you can also pursue your PhD. But that option is kind of tricky with the Hochschule. So after all this, I applied to like 10 different universities. So mainly consisting of all the universities in TU9. And there was one another university. And out of 10, I got admission in 7 universities, I think,
Oh goodness.
all from this TU9. So like TUM, KIT, uh, and others also from TU9 only.
Okay.
So then I selected this KIT for my masters.
Perfect. So it is like something which we don't see too often, like having the admits from almost all TU9s. And so I just want to move to the next question, because you said you were having the German language proficiency of C1 while applying for masters as well.
Yeah,
But and again your CGPA was around 2. So apart from these two
yeah.
parameters or these two requirements, what else you were having in your profile?
So yeah, during my bachelor's, I was doing an extra project in collaboration with my university as well as an industry.
Mhm.
So that was a great opportunity for me, as well as it helped me a lot in securing firstly the internship in Austria. And people generally in Germany,
Mhm.
what I think is universities, apart from your education, they also consider all these factors like how many internships you have done, what kind of projects you have done.
Right.
So while pursuing German, also I was continuously involved in internships at different industries in Delhi also.
Mhm.
So, so I would recommend to students not only to bank on their grades for the from the bachelor's,
Mhm.
but also to enhance their profile by, if possible, by doing an internship also.
Right. Right.
So this particularly, I think that the universities they consider, because there is a this rule in Germany.
Mhm.
Your internship is also considered as your work experience. That's not the case in India, but that's the case in Germany.
Right. Right.
So that would be helpful.
Yeah, the point you mentioned that the internships it will be considered as a part of your work experience is something which will help you to have a job.
Work. Yeah,
Right. Right. So
yeah, yeah,
I understood that like the overall package matters, because you said your CGPA was 2, but you were having almost proficiency, like the perfect proficiency for German language, that is C1.
yeah,
For German language courses, I think it is bit easy for international students to have an admit as
yeah,
compared to English courses, because the competition is way higher as compared to German taught courses.
yeah.
So like how did you choose the university? Like how did you concluded that you want to pursue your masters from KIT over other TUs? Because all TU9s are like among the best, and each stands
Yeah.
rank one in some of the subjects. So how did you conclude you yourself being masters from KIT?
So the selection of university, actually, I was a bit confused for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was not only me, but another friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He applied to like 25 universities and he got selected in 23 or 24, I think.
Oh my goodness.
So it included all the TU9s as well as all the Hochschules where he can apply.
Mm-hmm.
So we were both basically having the same profile.
Mm-hmm.
So what it matters, I think, particularly it matters is your German examination too, the level of your German certification.
Mm-hmm.
So for the English taught program, I was applying with my C1 certificate only,
Mm-hmm.
and for the what I'll say, for the selection of university, there are many parameters to consider. So one of the main parameter, what I particularly think is finding accommodation in Germany is very very difficult.
Right.
So I was not able to find any accommodation. So I lived at a place with my friend here in Karlsruhe for 1 month. After so many so hard research and everything, I was able to find one accommodation. So my major concern was for this thing, because if the Karlsruhe is relatively a smaller place than TUM, Munich. So that was, and one of my friends at Munich, he told me that it is very difficult
Mm-hmm.
for this accommodation thing.
Mm-hmm.
So considering actually what I considered was never go for a ranking of a university, because the overall ranking doesn't define your particular course. So KIT is among the top universities in the world for the mechanical engineering.
Right.
So, and I had heard that this KIT had different research centers associated with various companies like Porsche and Mercedes. So, considering all these factors, so I selected KIT over TUM.
Perfect.
So actually, I cannot recommend anybody, like it is always subjective how they which university they want to get in. So it all depends upon an individual how they want to do, because initially for the persons who are who are applying for this master's program, so they might not know all these things, but in the due time they are applying and they're getting all these things, they'll come to know which university is good and which is better.
Right.
So there is no one particular criteria for this.
Right. So like it's doesn't matter whether the university is ranked top, because it is generalized ranking. So you
Yeah,
for the course and the modules, if it fits
yeah,
your interest, and if you find that the university provides enough opportunities in terms of helping yourself to grow in the respective field, then certainly you can go for that course. But apart from this, I
yeah.
want to ask you about your course, the master course that you're doing, and if you could brief about the privileges that you have in that course, and how
Yeah,
you masters
sure.
from KIT.
Yeah. One of the main reasons why I joined KIT was at KIT, when once you are admitted into mechanical engineering, so we have in total there are 8 different specializations you can enter, and in total I think there are like 600 courses being offered to you, and you only 4 are compulsory you have to take, all other are elective. So it depends totally upon you what you want to pursue. So there is a lot of flexibility regarding your course. You can select any course you want, not particularly a particular specialization. You can do anything here. There is a great lot of flexibility. So right now I'm pursuing my specialization in automotive engineering as well as microsystems.
Okay.
So these are 2 different courses. Like they are not available as a direct thing for you, but it's up to you how you want to make up your master's degree. So this flexibility had also motivated me to join KIT. As one of my friends earlier from KIT, they told me this is the system. Only few universities in Germany they follow. Particularly, I think like it's our university, KIT, as well as RWTH Aachen. They also follow this system, but not all universities. Like if you're admitted to a particular course, you are given electives, but from that course only. But here at KIT, you can do any subject you want.
Right.
So being a mechanical student, and if you want to enter into IT stream also, it's up to you. You can do, and it's your choice only.
Over the mandatory modules, you can choose the electives from any streams, which is like being
Yeah, they are being offered. Yeah.
Yes. So that is a good choice, because what happens now, the IT and the mechanical is something which is coming together. AI and all things are moving towards. So it is a good choice that we have to study the recent topics, right? So apart from the
particularly working in particularly working in mechanical field, actually the mechanical is getting already being on the brim of we say it the research in mechanical field, it has been already been up to the level that may be possible. So it's always better to combine the two fields rather than just going into core mechanical. But I personally think.
Right.
So that is why I selected these microsystems with my one specialization. So that would be helpful. Yeah. So to stay updated. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly, because now the conventional or mechanical technology has been supplanted with the
Yeah,
the trends, that is the mechatronics and the IT as well, because no longer
yeah,
use the conventional way of doing mechanical things, right? So it is now same true with the IT. Just on the fingertip, we can access cars and everything, right? So these things will be
yeah.
trained. I certainly understand. So I was requesting you to, provide your first impression of doing masters in Germany for three questions. That is the quality of education, the part-time jobs, and the job perspective after masters.
Okay. So, uh, the I'll start with the quality of education in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like our what we have done in a bachelor's, so many of the subjects are particularly an extension of all the subjects what we have done in a bachelor's. But these are very detailed subjects, and it basically depends upon a person, which in particular in my university, which subject they want to pursue, and so they're deep depth subjects, and yeah, you have to give a lot to basically understand all the concept. So the concept of what we have here in India is cramming, so that is not valid here. If you start cramming things, you can all you will get is either just pass the subject or fail.
Right.
So don't you have to basically show you have to understand all the concepts, then only you will be able to write an exam. So that is the most important part we have to consider while preparing for a subject or a course. And yeah, here teachers are very well educated here, and in particularly in KIT, generally the professors, these are the ones who publish their own books, and we are basically recommended to learn from their books only. But they just recommend that they don't force or impose this thing on you. It's up to you. But yeah, they're very intelligent, and they know they are actually the scientist. All these professors are the scientists in their fields. They are the so they provide you best and the latest knowledge. Uh, uh, what is actually happening in the society? That's actually the most important thing. What where the India lacks, because uh, generally we see in our bachelors also we have been we have been taught what actually was going on like 10 to 15 years back, but that's not the case in Germany. You will be given the update, all the updated and the information, all the information that is being happening right now.
Right.
So all the statistics and data they'll be sharing with you that they have just recorded like 2 or 3 days ago. So all the new technology and everything, you will get a hands-on on these things, and that would be that I think is very important for you to be an aspirant who is industry ready to pursue a job after your masters. So, if you go for this part-time jobs thing, alongside your masters, so you can go for this part-time job, and the availability of this job is actually dependent upon what I say is your fluency in German language, because they prefer their German language over every other language. And if you are fluent in German language, then they'll select you for any part-time job you want.
Okay.
So now this part-time job is also divided into subcategories. So there are different one is the WEG student, in which you go for a technical job alongside your masters, and it's a part-time job only. But that's actually the best one if you are able to get. Second is the simple mini job you get at any restaurant or any supermarket. So for earning extra bucks, so that is also a good opportunity along your masters. Yeah.
So like
And yeah.
did you try going for the part-time jobs yourself, or you did not?
Actually, cost of living in for cost of study as well as living in Germany is not that high. What I particularly think. So, what I say is, in KIT they have this state fees for particular for one semester. For every semester, like I have to pay 1,600 euros. So that particularly, I think that is not too much. And rather than that, there is no other extra fees or anything else from the university side. The only other expenses for your living expense. So with your block account only, you can survive here easily for 1 year. So right now, I'm not into any part-time job or anything.
Right.
So yeah. So, but one can, but if one is fluent in German, then he can apply. That's not an issue. So he'll easily get a job. So, and he can earn like up to 600 to 700 euros, maybe more. Yeah, doing a mini job only.
Right. That's a good news then. And what about the job
Yeah.
perspective of the masters? Like, did you speak with the seniors about like job opportunities once you have your master's degree from KIT?
KIT, yeah. Actually, initially, as I told you, so don't particularly follow any ranking system for particular universities in Germany, because the opportunities after your masters for all the aspirants are same. And concern the companies whether you are applying from a technical university or from a Hochschule. The opportunities are same for everybody. What particularly the companies search for is your skill sets, how many skill set and how much experience you have got. So particularly, I'll say your experience, your work ex is the main thing that companies look for after your masters. So many of my friends who before coming to Germany, they had their skill set, their work ex in for like 2 years, 3 years in a particular company in India. So for them, finding a job is relatively easier than for a fresher. And the other thing companies look for is the German language. Yeah, so might be the case that they are having an English language environment in the company, but they always prefer a student with a good German skill, and they particularly don't go for certificates or something. They just want you to be fluent in German, so that would be a great advantage for you for finding a job. And particularly from KIT, so yeah, students do get the jobs. There are many students, there are many friends of mine who have been in touch with me. So they got job in Daimler or Mercedes or Porsche. So it all again, I will say it all depends upon your skill sets only.
Right.
So the tag of a university doesn't matter as long as you have high level of skills with you. That's the main thing they look for.
Insight, how to improve one's profile for the application, and how to have the skill sets, because
Yeah.
there are few things
Okay,
that are
yeah.
new to us, right, which might be new for you, the way
Yeah.
you went there. First
Yeah.
one is MATLAB, because during my last
Yeah.
podcast, he said that we need to have MATLAB skills to do good in mechanical or electronic sector. So such skills that we can
Basically, yeah, that I'll say. So I'll start with the first with the our application for this master's program only. Take care of our letter of motivation while applying to a particular university. So one of my friends, while I was applying in India to universities, he told me, don't ever generalize your letter of motivation. People generally do this thing, and these universities members of admission committee, they come to know that this is a generalized letter of motivation. So that's a major disadvantage for you. But whenever you are applying to various universities, particularly for different courses, so do make a letter of motivation in that way only that suits your profile with that particular course only. So that's of great help. And secondly, I'll recommend to do as many internships as possible. So, and if you are having the work experience, so that's the best part for your application. And if you are getting admit in English taught course also, but do learn German. That's very important, because for your survival after your bachelor, after your masters, German will be very helpful for you to find securing an easy job after your masters. Yeah, and in particular, I would recommend. I also recommend. There is this one thing called course module handbook. We can download it from internet from our university website only. So while sending an application, always send this course module handbook with your application. Whether they have asked it or not, I don't know about other students, but I usually used to send this with my application. So there have been many cases like the subjects or the courses which we have taken in our bachelor's, they are not directly understood by the professors at the university. So this course module handbook will be very helpful to them to have a clear knowledge what we have done in our bachelor's.
Right.
So this is the one thing the students can do. Basically, particularly, I followed this thing. Yeah. So for every application, I used to send this module
handbook, right? Because for them it is
Yeah.
confusing, because what they ask,
Yeah.
I want to share one experience of mine is that in mathematics they share the ECTS or the credits for different topics
Yeah.
in our subject, our math subject. What we have is a collated book.
Yeah.
But in their application they find for
Yeah.
topics, right? So that is something which is different, and
Yeah.
it may be confusing for them. And if we just share that we studied math 1, math 2, math 3, so they don't understand that. And now I want to ask you about the skill set that students should have once they have the admit from that particular university, or rather how they can prepare themselves for the studies in that university.
Sure. If you are coming here, be thoroughly prepared with MATLAB. That's the most important thing and basic thing that you will require. Whether you complete that in India or not, then you have to learn it anyhow while your course is in during your masters. So learning and MATLAB, actually MATLAB is not that difficult if you basically start learning this language. This is but yeah, they use MATLAB extensively here in Germany. Apart from MATLAB, I'll recommend you learning. I'll recommend the students learning this Python language also.
Right.
These both are very basic languages, but they are very helpful for your masters. Other than that, in particular, the general trend is we used to study like 1 or 2 days before the exam for clearing a bachelor's. So in a bachelor's, so that's a common system in India.
Right.
And actually, this system is not prevalent in Germany. You cannot rely on this thing. So if you have secured an admission, so I'll recommend that come prepared, mentally prepare yourself that you have to give a lot of efforts for study in a regular time only. And as I told earlier, don't cramming is not an option in Germany.
Right.
You have to understand everything. So that's the only way you can clear the subjects, because clearing the subject is not that important. But when you understand all this concept and everything, you will come to know like there would be a lot of difference in your knowledge. Like you will be gaining a lot from these things, and that would be basically helping you for acquiring the skill sets required for the for particularly jobs after your masters. So that's the main goal. If anybody aim to go for a job after the masters, so all the process of learning for like 2 years during your masters, that's the most important thing, because you will be acquiring all your skill set and everything from these particular things only. So if you are, yeah, if you are learning all the things, like understanding everything, then at the end of your course you will be able to have the you are already acquired all the required skill sets the company look for particularly taking you for giving a particular job.
Right. So mugging up is not the option. Rather, you invest your time in understanding
Yeah,
and getting clear at things.
yeah,
So right. That is a very good
yeah,
point because we tend to follow our habits.
yeah. So-called Indian system. Yeah,
But it is, you should be aware of consequences that you might face once you follow your actions
yeah,
same in life. So now, like, I want to understand, like,
yeah.
before I could just go and sum up this podcast, I want to ask you two questions. Like, the first question is about your application process, how you started, and how long it took you for your C1 language certificate. And the second thing, do you recommend going to consultant for the application and all?
Okay. So in particular, I'll say initially in summer semester of 2019, I was new to this all this application and everything, and I just started with B1 at Language Maintain in Delhi. So I didn't knew much about the application system. I randomly selected two courses. In one was in TU Darmstadt, and another was TU Dortmund, and I applied to two mechatronics courses there, and out of which both I got a rejection from both the courses, and the reason for this rejection was uh, actually I didn't carefully apply to these courses, and secondly, you have to while applying. So they have the list of requirements every time, every application. They have this particular list of requirements. You should consider that. That's a very important thing. Like the particular documents they are asking for. If you miss on even one document, then they'll simply reject your profile.
Right.
So that's the most important thing, and that was the basically the mistake done by me. So they required one particular certificate, and I didn't send them. So that was the main issue. So uh, yeah, simply go to their website, or to the university's website. Every university have different system for the application. Some might take online application, some take from universities. It all depends.
Right.
And they have this criteria. They have this PDF of all the documents that is required for them. Particularly for every university, just go for all these things. So that will help an aspirant to secure an admission in a university.
Right. So it's basically that you should be, you should be thorough with the application requirements, and you should send all the documents.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, and the requirement
yeah.
you should meet the requirement. Otherwise, if you don't meet the requirement, obviously you will
Hmm.
face an rejection itself. And
Yeah, there will be.
and
Yeah,
if you're paying for that, then it is not recommended at all. You be thorough with the
yeah,
application requirements, and if you feel that you stand a chance, then only you send applicants. Because sometimes what happens, we try
yeah,
to, or rather we want to check whether we get the admins, but in that process we forget that we are spending money on that, and it is something which is
yeah. Actually,
so that is a good point. So
yeah,
right now, as I asked you about like how long it took you for your C1 proficiency,
yeah.
like how it was for you.
It was quite a learning experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to complete my language. For completing your language, so what I will say is it depends upon the perception for understanding for a individual, because this understanding of a language for different individual varies. So some might catch things like at the first moment, and some might take time. And there would be a lot of moments of frustration among you while learning the language also.
Right.
But you have to do this thing when you are in this thing learning language. So I think the most important thing was the persistence. uh, we were intensively involved in learning German. We were studying like from 9 in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. After then, also we were doing self studies, and this was continuously for 7 months.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that is why we were able to complete this in very short duration. Not only me, there was another student also who did from A1 till C1 and test up in 6 months only.
Oh my God.
So it all depends upon your dedication and everything. Yeah. But overall, that would be a great. It was a great learning experience for me, not only about for the German, but also because there only I got to know all these application procedures and about the universities, which I can. Because continuously the students who were in touch with me, they were either in every semester they were going for this their masters in Germany. So I was continuously in touch with them. I was getting all the updates from the universities, what's going on and what was like how to apply and everything. So the main issue with an applicant is at the very beginning is there are so many things to know, but one is not able to even get a hands on what we have to do, like what the factors we have to consider, like your initial questions where you were asking me. That's an important, like the most important part. The students have a great dilemma of. So uh, so I'll recommend is just go to every course, every university website, and search for the course. That's the basic thing one can do,
Right.
and look for the particular requirements. And if you like the course and the particular for the requirements, you have everything, then you can simply apply for that course. So that's the most important thing, rather than asking everybody what we should do and all these things. Uh, it's one. I think what I say is the applicant's duty to first be self-aware of all the things that are required by particular courses when what they are looking for. That's the most important thing. And people generally they tend to go to different consultants for this thing, but I don't know. I don't think that's required. That this is a thing uh, I and all my friends we did all of our own, and that is not that difficult. So I don't think any consultant or anybody is required for doing this job, because I think this is particularly your job to select a university or a course if you are interested in that one. So don't rely on anybody. Just has confidence, and you'll easily get admission.
Right.
So yeah, like everything from the applications to the visa procedure, one can do by themselves only. There is no help required for the same. Everything is mentioned for the application as well as visa procedures. Everything is mentioned on the university on their websites only. Just go over the website, just scroll them, and just send them the particular list of documents they asked you to send them. That's all they require. Nothing else.
Right. Right. It is great.
So because there are many students, yeah,
Yeah, it's great to know.
there are many students.
You said that
Yeah,
one did not, they do not need a consultant for doing the application for masters in
yeah,
Germany, because what happened, we tend to follow crowd, and we tend to
yeah,
into consultancy because we feel that they will be able to guide us. Yes, of course they will guide you,
yeah,
but you understand yourself way better than them, and you can write things well about
yeah,
yourself, right? So this is something that you should go. And the way you said that you did everything by your own, it is something which I think everyone should look
Yeah.
after, because it's a motivation rather going for a consultant, giving your money, and
Yeah.
again listening to them that you will not be able to get admit from this university or that university.
To admission. Yeah.
Right. So it's better you start your
Yeah.
application, you do research, you give your time, you write your SOPs, you write your LORs, and get into process. I know the mistakes will be there,
Yeah.
but if you go, you read your LORs and you try to make them perfect. So this is something which is very good.
Yeah.
I think this will motivate the students to do their application by themselves. Apart from this, all this podcast till now that we have, we speak about, I want you to give a piece of advice to aspirants that you think is very important for doing masters in Germany.
Uh, the most important factor is what I'll recommend is, firstly, if an aspirant aim to go for a English taught program in Germany, it's okay, but start learning German. That's the most important thing that will help you throughout your masters as well after your masters also. Learning German is very important. Anyhow, if you are in India or you are in Germany, you have to learn this language if you want to live here. So what I recommend is start learning German in India. That would be much cheaper and helpful for a person to learn German in India rather in Germany. And secondly, I will say just have confidence in yourself. And there are many times that you will get the very unexpected admissions from the universities. So don't rely on particular university that I just want to go in this university. I selected this one. Okay, I'll be surely get an admission from this university. That's never the case. You will be getting all the unexpected admissions. So just apply to different universities. Like when you are applying, take minimum like 5 or 6 universities, and wait for this from the news or the email stating whether you've been admitted or not. So don't take your hopes high to that level that this particular university will accept you or reject you. It's totally objective on the basis of that university only. So one cannot determine if particularly I've been admitted to this course, the other will also be. So it's not the case. So because after receiving an rejection, people generally say, okay, this is a particular university they're rejecting, but that's okay. But receiving a rejection is also one thing which one should know how to deal with, because I've seen many students who were getting rejection and they were like, how can the particular university reject me on the basis of my profile? So that's actually not a fault on your behalf, on neither on the university's behalf, but they have this particular selection criteria related to your subjects only. That is particular with KIT. So I told you guys, we were a group of friends. We all applied to KIT, and I was the only one who got a direct admission at KIT.
Right.
So that depends upon their selection criteria and the list of subjects that you have taken in during your bachelor's, and that should satisfy all the requirements what they are asking for. And they don't particularly tell you all these requirements. You just send them a transcript and they'll sort out like whether you have completed these courses or not. So if one get a rejection from particular university, they should know these things, that that's not their fault until and unless they have not read all the proper requirements and they have missed on any document. But one university, I'll give you an example for. Me and my friend, we were having exactly the same profile, same marks, same everything. And he's currently pursuing his master's at the University of Duisburg-Essen. So, and when I had applied at this university, they told me that we cannot offer you an admission at this course because you don't have the sufficient technical knowledge in this background.
Right.
And although, so that was a thing. Neither I was at fault and nor the university was. So it's only I can say like it depends upon this admission committee only. You can again re-appeal for that thing. But when you apply to different university, you will surely get one any admit from a particular university. That's for sure. So, but don't be reliant on particular university. Yes, I want to go to KIT or TN only.
Right.
So, yeah, that would be.
Certainly. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Vital, for giving your time and being here and giving your experience. That way, the students will have
Okay.
more understanding about the process. So, thank you so much, and I certainly think that this will be really helpful for them.
Actually, I want to thank you too for giving me this opportunity to present myself with in front of all these aspirants who really want to get admission in Germany.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just recommend students just to stay relax and just chill. They'll surely get admit.
Right.
So yeah, don't worry. Don't do this thing in a hassle. Just try to learn from everything that you are involved in, and you'll particularly a student after that they'll come to know they'll be very well informed about different things. That will be helpful not only for admissions also, but during the masters and for their career also.